This week on Neighbors Neighboring, Amber and I catch up on what's been going on, how damp or dry is our January, and we have some retractions from the prior episode.
We get our first listener submission, and guys, this story is something you have to hear.
We take it to neighborhood court to find out, do you really need advice that's unsolicited?
And we wrap up with some amazing stories about YouTube and advertisements. It's time for Neighbors Neighboring with Amber and Jen. Hey, neighbors.
Hey, neighbors.
We're back.
We are back. We are back.
We have no guests today.
No, it's just me and you chilling.
Just the two of us. We haven't seen each other for like a whole week.
OG vibes.
I know.
I know.
Totally. You're so quick. So one of the things I so admire about you. My mom thinks you're very funny, by the way.
Oh my God. I feel like sometimes I'm like, this is me if I was Mrs. Maisel. You know, it's like.
Oh, I could definitely see you.
Pod Maisel.
Real live Mrs. Maisel.
Yeah.
I know we did a little preview before we started this episode, but I am so excited because we have our first listener submission, and the story is fantastic.
It's better than I could have dreamed, honestly.
Especially for our first story.
Stay tuned.
Guys,
it's coming at you later on this episode, and I do not think that we are overhyping it.
No. If you don't find entertainment in this story and
get out of here.
Yeah. This is not the pod for you.
That's correct.
This is not the pod for you.
I mean, as you are listening to the story, neighbors, think about your submissions. We need your submissions.
Yes.
Yours doesn't have to even be as amazing as this one's going to be. We'll still accept it. But I feel like I was so elated when this came in.
I couldn't believe it either. It's anonymous, so we can't give credit to the person or even talk about the location for the request of the listener. But
that's how good it is.
That's how good it is.
That is how good it is.
So, Jen, I understand that you've made some major purchases.
Oh my gosh.
And maybe not even purchases is what I'm talking about. You've made major decisions.
This
is wild.
We have been adulting so hard lately. It's almost unbelievable.
Tell me about it.
So anybody who knows me and Jason will be like, the way I usually describe our relationship is we're basically glorified college students who somehow have corporate gigs and do fairly well professionally.
Yeah.
But everything else. Tracy Lipple remembers the time I burned up that parchment paper.
Parchment paper.
Yeah. Try to make a pizza, can't even do that, right? Like these are the struggles we have.
Yeah.
And there are certain aspects of our lives where we are still stuck in. We haven't matured our perspective on how much things cost today, say, as opposed to in the year 2004. And one of those things is furniture.
Oh, my God.
And
so expensive.
I don't even know if I've complained about this on the pod yet, but Jason and I spent God knows how many weekends searching 2 or 3 years ago for a sofa. And it was, my ass sat on every single sofa in the entire tri-state area. We went to every furniture store in the Pittsburgh region. And we finally decided on this sofa. It was a custom-made sofa, which sounds fancier than it is, friends. It was not the most expensive sofa in the world.
Custom-made or custom fabric?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
you pick the fabric, you pick the arms, design, and all that kind of stuff, and they make it to spec, which is normal. It's like a normal thing. It's not super fancy or anything. It took forever to get to this point. We get the sofa. I'm thrilled for the first 2 or 3 hours. And then Jason joins me.
2 or 3 hours.
Then Jason gets home from work and joins me on the sofa. And it is, I should post a photo. It's almost comical. Like the portion of the sofa that he would be sitting on, because I'm sitting on the cuddler section.
Yeah.
He would be on the straight section. And it's almost like the sofa is weeping into itself and he's falling in.
Yeah.
My God.
Too soft.
It was awful. We're like, how did we get this so wrong? We call the furniture company. They actually come take a piece. They're like, oh, we can fix it. Whatever. We're going to rebuild a piece. Months later, it comes back, still a total garbage joke. And I took the inserts from our cabinets in our kitchen to try to create a more firm experience inside this freaking thing.
Wait a second. Did you say interior cabinets?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like doors?
No, shelving pieces.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like
maple.
So you put
Yeah.
the shelving pieces inside the cushion forms.
Between the cushion and
and then like the springs,
Yeah.
the support.
yeah,
Okay.
to try to create some
Okay.
rigidity.
Got it. Got it.
And anyway, so we've been living like that for a while. And it's been awful. Poor Jason. It's so bad. I feel like even when people come over, you've sat on that sofa and everyone's sort of like,
It's not horrible, but it's not the most comfortable.
It was
I would agree.
it was horrible. It's been bad since it was new. Fast forward 2 or 3 years later, Jason's like, okay, the time has come. We are going to replace the sofa. Praise the Lord. It took this long. We don't often agree on decisions that have to do with home decor or furniture. Our styles are just different. We can always find something, but it usually takes
a while.
Visiting every store, weekends and weekends and weekends. And I will say it's a pro and a con. Like we have respect for one another and the fact that it is hard to find something we agree on because neither one of us is going to override the other and be like, we're just getting this. So we found out from Josh and Kathleen about the Our House Loft in Robinson.
Oh, yeah.
They were talking about it several weeks ago, I feel like.
Can you explain the Our House Loft difference from the Our House store?
Yes.
Because it is a big difference.
The Our House store is full of beautiful bazillion-dollar pieces of furniture.
Yeah.
One sofa, which when we bought the gray piece of poo,
garbage,
I liked, but when we got the sticker price, we were like, I don't think we're gonna buy that
shock
sofa. That's a little pricey for us.
Yeah.
But they have beautiful furniture. The Our House Loft is literally like a warehouse floor situation, and they have pieces that were custom made that maybe somebody rejected for some reason, and things that come from the store, rando pieces that I guess have been manufactured and not needed for some reason. It's not quite scratch and dent, but they're like nothing's in 100% perfect condition.
Okay, yeah.
Some pieces are in really good condition though, and some are in like worse condition, just depending. And it's just all out there. And you buy what you get, and you only have 7 days to have it delivered to your house. There are lots. It's kind of like get out.
Get it out of here.
Get out. So we went last weekend. It was just last weekend. We went to the Our House Loft, and I'm thinking, okay, well, at least we're getting this process started to start looking for something. I'm not kidding you. We were in and out. We chose a new sofa, a new chair, and a new ottoman in like 30 minutes flat.
Wow.
I don't think we have ever agreed on anything.
That is very adult of you.
I don't think we've ever been that adult.
Or maybe college of you, because like that feels like very. I think the adult part was actually the extended time to make a decision, and now you're making quick decisions.
Now we did make quick decisions, but we've never agreed that fast on anything in a similar situation. And Jason liked so many things. We went back today. We were back there again. Saw our girl Alex. Hey, Alex, what's up? And we bought a light fixture for the new addition.
Wow.
I bought some velvet pillow cover things that we might have to go back again. We sat on all the bar stools. We need new bar stools. They have bar stools and counter stools. We need new counter stools for the kitchen.
Yeah, I agree.
The ones we have are super cheap and like not great, but
I'm so proud of you.
I mean, you're in a new leaf.
You're killing it, though, because you also found these chairs. And I don't think we've done this for the listeners, the Walmart chairs that we're sitting in here, and that we also bought 2 more of for our basement because they are so comfortable and so cheap, $182 per chair. Yeah, it's pretty great.
They're so great.
We'll send those.
Yeah.
Mad props to you, my friend. I'm so proud of you.
Mad props to Jason. Baby, you did it.
I'm
so proud of you.
You did it.
So proud.
But speaking of your husband, I feel like you told me that we've been saying something wrong on the pod, and he needs to.
That's right.
We need a retraction.
So we do need a retraction. Okay. So when we do neighborhood court, Jason thought it would be groovy if we use legal language. And
neither one of us are legal.
Yeah. I know the words. Apparently, I don't know their meanings. So I referred to a situation that Lainey shared about also being irritated by people who park in front of her house as being a mitigating circumstance, which I thought meant that it was going to be worse. But that would be an aggravating circumstance.
Yes, this makes more sense.
Yeah, mitigating would like dumb it down. Mitigating, I'd be like, oh, that's not as bad.
Yeah.
Aggravating, ooh, poofed up.
Yes.
super worked up.
Yes. You know,
Worse.
words in general are a challenge for us on this podcast, so this is not surprising, you know, especially for the positions that, you know, both of us are in from a profession standpoint. So, you know, these things happen. This is why we have fact checkers.
Yeah, thanks, Boo. Jason pulled through on that. He's like, he listens every week, and so does Brian. Yeah. I feel like they're the first ones to chime in if something needs to be said. So.
Yes, I would agree.
Jason also informed me that I should talk my job too much. So I would like to point out.
I don't think you should.
Well, maybe that wasn't that. He was like, "You're so excited about Lainey quitting her day job," and I was like, "Who wouldn't be excited about quitting their day job?"
Everybody wants to quit their day job.
I'm like,
well, most people.
So for my friends in the tech industry who may have worked with me at one point or now, I'm not going to quit. You got me. I'm hanging around. I cannot quit my day job, and I enjoy working with all of you.
Till we get 20,000 listeners.
You know, if I could pod all day, I mean, why wouldn't I do that?
I don't know. I can listen to myself talk for a long time.
Jason was concerned that
we're going to lose your
needed
job.
to make some commentary about how I actually don't dislike my job.
Jesus Christ. It has been said, and now if we should talk your job anymore, refer back to episode 18 in the first 10 minutes, and we're solid.
For real.
Yeah. Okay, so we're jumping we're now getting into neighborhood court, though. We usually don't do this for a while.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
But the neighborhood court is the listener submission.
Yes. It's so good.
Yes, because we are getting ready to be judgy.
Yeah.
And guys, first of all, no, not first of all. I'm done. I'm not setting this shit up. I'm going straight in. And guys, this is a long one.
Yeah.
This is probably going to be a 5-minute read. I'm probably going to screw up things as I read it. So just pardon the interruptions as I correct myself.
Yeah.
But this is good.
I'm going to call this a novella with a neighborhood court.
Yes. And I'll just prep it with, did you ever have a neighbor who made themselves too comfortable walking into your house and invading your space? Just sit on that for a minute, put yourself in that position, and let's see where it goes.
Take it away.
Here's the deal. We love good neighbors. We also love our privacy. We had neighbors who were way too comfortable getting in our business. Not just that, they did not pick up on the social cues. Their son would jump on his trampoline to see in our backyard, then ask us questions each time he jumped higher than the fence. With each jump came a different question. Why are you using those kind of nails? How does that tool work? Why are you sanding that? Can I come over? Ugh. At first it seemed cute, and we would indulge a bit, but this would go on for what seemed like hours. Kid, where are your freaking parents? Hubby would finally stop working on the house early and retreated to his garage. He started only working on that side of the house when he was sure the kid wasn't home. I mean, okay, this is a child. So maybe you think to yourself, that's the end of the story. No big deal.
Oh my God.
Okay, that's annoying. No big deal, but okay, whatever.
There's more. Continue.
But then his mom started being outside whenever we'd pull up and hold us hostage outside talking. She did not get a clue when we didn't feel like talking or had just returned from a long day of work and wanted to chill by ourselves. What's wrong with, hi, how are you? And leave it at that some nights. I mean, yeah, we can chat on a Saturday when we've got a minute, but sometimes you just need to go inside and chill after a long day. But there was no chilling. Ever.
Never.
It was exhausting.
Never.
My hubby used to call me and ask if she was outside and wouldn't come home if she was. I had dinner ready and he's hungry and tired, but it was so bad he'd rather wait to get comfortable at home till she was inside. The man was not going home when the neighbor was outside. He'd have to pretend to be on his phone when he arrived, but she still didn't get a clue. Okay, again, I look at this, Jen, and I'm like, yeah, that's not cool and super annoying, but it gets worse.
Oh, lest we stop. Continue, please.
The last straw was when we came home from the hospital with our firstborn. He had a little trouble in his first few days, so we had to go back to the hospital and keep him under the lights in what we called the incubator as his jaundice subsided. It was so scary and stressful because they thought he might have meningitis, which he didn't. But it felt touch and go while they gave him a spinal tap and transported us via ambulance. How scary is that?
That is terrifying.
My hubby had taken a few days off work, but had to go back to work once we were released home. So I was home alone with my son, ready to find my groove, get myself healed from the trauma of birth, and bond with my baby. And she comes to the door to check on us. Nice neighbor, right? So I open the door to say hi, and she bursts in and tells me she's already got 3 kids, so she can help me. Did I ask for help? No, I'm a very independent lady, and I'm just fine. So whatever, she's in my house, and I'm trying to go about my business without being rude. It's time to feed my munchkin because he's a newborn with jaundice, and I need to keep my milk up, so every few hours, he's feeding. I discreetly take out my boob with him draped across my chest, getting into position. She comes over to me on the couch and grabs my boob. She says, I've got to do it her way, which is best. Mind you, I've been in the hospital for 4 days with lactation consultants and nurses helping me already. He's nursing fine, and all I want to do is feed him and get him to take a nap with me for an hour. Like I said, I didn't need or ask for help. At this point, baby boy is thriving and my milk is squirting all over. So we don't need help. But here she is, cupping my breast. I felt so creeped out. I tried so hard to get her out of the house. When I said we were going to take a nap, cue, get out of my house, she tried to grab him from me and tell me she would watch him so I could sleep. I'm sorry. I feel like this still sounds like she's being helpful. FYI, Jen and I do not agree with that.
The boob touch put her out of line.
Yeah, but I'm not really friends with this lady. We are just friendly with one another, so it was weird. She's never been in my house before. I've already told my mom, sister, best friend, and mother-in-law I'm good, and I was. If anyone is watching my first baby while I sleep, it would be one of them. Somehow, I got her out of my house, and from then on, I was the one calling my other neighbor to let me know the coast was clear to come home. I never opened the front door for her again. That was over 20 years ago, and I still think about it often, and I'm so grateful for the next 2 neighborhoods we lived, where there were normal neighbors who respected our space and boundaries and became lifelong close friends. Because of this, I know we are the normal ones. I'd love to hear what you ladies have to think about my neighbor fondling my boob.
I mean, unacceptable, unhinged.
Diabolical. The words are just unwording.
I mean, it might even be like sexual assault.
I do believe so. We could probably get a lawyer consult on this.
I know. Should I call Jason up again?
Can you imagine? Let's just talk about you and me.
Okay.
Can you imagine I come to your house and you're doing something, like feeding your child that you don't have.
That I don't have, but
and I grab your boob.
And we're very close,
We're
but
close.
still no.
I'm not grabbing any of my friends' boobs unless they ask me to, fill for a lump or something.
Yeah, agreed. And in that case, I might say, I'm an untrained person.
Yes.
You might want to go ask someone that has an opinion that matters. I could not imagine a situation in which I need to touch my friend's breast or a neighbor's breast or a woman's breast.
No.
It's just not, it's not necessary.
This goes along with unsolicited advice, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, seriously.
Because she knows. This woman knows what she should be doing to feed her baby.
So she's gonna tell you, keep your mouth shut.
I didn't even want anyone's opinion about my dog, let alone if I had a human child. I'd be losing my shit.
Yes, keep them to yourself unless you're asked.
I don't need it.
And keep your hands to yourself.
For sure.
Just because you feel like you're an expert in some capacity, keep your hands to yourself. I would love to know, all the other things this woman got involved in.
You know what she does and probably continues to do?
What's that?
She's touching a belly. She's touching every woman's belly out in the world who's pregnant. That has to be one of the most. Thank God that never happened to me. I would lose it. You know how I feel about my personal space.
Yes.
If someone tried to touch my pregnant stomach, if I was a woman to be pregnant in the world, I would be.
I get that way with my hair. Like people come up
Yeah.
and they want to touch my hair. Babies touching my hair is one thing, right? It's
Correct.
curly and they're like really attracted to it. But other adult humans coming up and just feeling like they can put their hands on my hair, it takes a lot of effort to not make this stuff frizzy. Keep your hands to yourself.
I feel like this is an issue for people with curly hair.
Yes.
More so than people with straight hair. I don't know that anyone has ever touched my hair.
But again, why would they?
Why would anyone touch a curly hair either? Like
Well,
someone who has
yes.
curly hair. Why would we touch her hair too? Also unacceptable.
Yes.
I can't imagine an adult touching her hair. That's so unhinged.
I actually had someone at a bar. I was sitting at a bar. This was a long
Were they drunk? That might be, what would we call it? An aggravating or a mitigating
circumstance.
That's a mitigating. If you're a delightful drunk person paying me a compliment, at least I know that you're
That's
not.
fair enough.
It's not actually going to injure me. If you touch my hair, it's just going to be like WTF. So,
But I was literally not even talking to this person. I wasn't even facing them. They weren't a part of my friend group or anything. I just, all of a sudden, there was a hand on my hair. But they were very nice about it. And they're just like, I really like your hair.
Jason, like I don't like to. I'm very specific about the touching that I enjoy, and I don't even like my face to be like aggressively grabbed or touched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like my face aggressively grabbed and touched.
I don't.
Only at certain times, so.
And my neck, the back of my head, not my cheeks, not my cheeks in this front part here. Nope, not here, not here.
So are you a touchy person in general then?
I've gotten more affectionate with Jason, but I'm really not.
Yeah.
I think I'm affectionate with my nieces, but I'm not an uber affectionate. I think I take after my dad and my brother. I always joke like I'm going to give my brother an over-the-arms hug because it's like, I'm coming in, be warned. But I think my poor mother, she is affectionate.
Yeah.
And then the rest of us are just like
Annie
withdrawn.
gave me a hug.
Withdrawn humans. We're all getting better. We're all getting better.
I'm very touchy. Like I have to watch myself. So my mom's very affectionate. So like I'm a snuggler. Like I want to lay on legs. I want legs on me. I want shoulders and arms and drapes and hands and elbows. But I have a lot of friends that are not like that. So I know who I can do that with and I know who I can't do that with. But I sure as fuck am not going to do it with a neighbor.
Could you? Yeah. I like, hey, let me in.
Can you imagine, like, if you're, like, Brian and Jason were having a conversation and he just went up and grabbed his nuts? For some reason. Like, I don't know. Oh, no, I've done my own testicular cancer screening. I know how to do it.
I think you have to turn your head first and then do it, the cough. Yeah. I have no idea.
Jeez.
I don't.
Look, listener.
It's hard for me to even take an opinion from Jason about how to do something, let alone a neighbor.
Yeah.
Look, I'm convinced. Jason would stand behind me on this. I'm often convinced that my way is the right way. So.
Well, I mean, aren't we all? But I will say this to this listener who submitted the story. First of all,
brilliant.
As soon as we actually get some swag, you are getting a package of unbelievable amazingness because that is a fantastic story. 2, you are so patient.
Oh my God, yes.
I cannot even fathom not being able to just like drop kick her. Like there would have been violence, although you had you were a newborn, so I have to be considerate of the circumstances. But like, congratulations for being so patient.
I would have to move. Seriously.
Oh, she did. Yeah.
I mean, I wonder how long that went on and if that person had to move as a result of that neighbor being there because I couldn't deal with that.
That's when the big fence goes up.
Could you imagine having to, like, the coast is clear. You have to wait to come home. What if you have to run an errand and then she's watering her lawn on a Sunday afternoon? How are you going to deal with that?
No.
It's
I mean,
awful.
this is the nice thing about having your garage.
Yeah.
You can pull in and shut that. I have done that. I have pulled into, like, I've seen people outside. I have pulled in, turned my car off, and shut the garage while I was in the car. So I didn't get out and didn't have to talk.
Everybody knows. I mean, I come across as being, I think, very funny on the podcast, but I'm kind of aloof as well in the natural world, if you will. Yeah. So I think people know that I'm probably not going to like slow down and talk for 30 minutes. That's not my vibe.
So final ruling is you had every right to be irritated, creeped out, and all the feelings of like complete unnecessary
invasion
of privacy.
if it was a jury trial, whatever she was accused of, I'm on her side.
Yeah.
You know, like whatever she did to address the situation, I am fine with because all of that, not okay.
Not okay. No.
Not okay. Not even a little bit.
No.
Nope.
I did have one neighbor come into my house and take something while I was on vacation and borrowed it and then returned it. I wish that neighbor would have said something to me, but that was a boundary crossed.
That's a boundary crossed. I don't think we've ever had anyone enter our house. I don't think any neighbors could enter our house. I don't think anyone knows our garage code. Nobody has a key.
I probably am a little too loose with that stuff. But I will say from an unsolicited advice standpoint too, don't give it.
Do not. Who wants to hear what I think? You have to ask. And then I have a very specific approach to sharing my opinions as well, which is I try to take a path of guiding someone toward what they truly want or need versus
interesting.
Yeah.
Versus your actual opinion?
I guess it depends on the topic. If it's something pertaining to them, I would try to really like help them decide what they really wanted, if that makes sense, right? Like if it's serious advice, like real friend to friend advice about a job, a relationship, a family matter.
But do you feel like you're holding back on like your opinion when they ask for it?
I feel like if it's truly toxic, I'm going to give I would give the hard, the hard lesson there. But yeah, if it was truly toxic, but just because I think one thing doesn't mean that's always right.
I think it's interesting, right? So I think that there's a difference between giving an opinion and unsolicited opinion. So I'll give you an example. We know my mom is in a situation. She's doing much better. I just got back from a visit out there. And when she's talking to sometimes her friends, she'll say things about her, what she can and can't do. But I know my mom a lot better. I know some things she says she can or can't do. It's just that she doesn't have the confidence to do it, but she does have the physical ability to do it. And so it's just a mindset shift, and it has to do with how her brain was impacted by these injuries. So I'll sometimes get Facebook Messenger messages from her friends saying, hey, you should do this and I should do that. And I'm like, no. No, I mean, and it's them being very caring, and I think that they're trying to be very helpful, so I try to take that into consideration. But sometimes I won't even respond. Sometimes I just leave it unread, or I leave it on read, not unread, because I don't feel like I have an obligation to respond to them either. So from an unsolicited advice or unsolicited opinion, like sometimes you're just not going to hear back from me because I think that's fair. I don't think I have an obligation. Just because it was on your mind doesn't mean it's on mine. And I mean, I know that can be hard because sometimes there are going to be really nice things. And it's not that I'm not reading. It's just that I'm not going to necessarily take action. But if I ask you for your opinion, I want it. I want your opinion. But I do respect that in certain circumstances, you're going to try to understand what that person needs.
Yeah.
And try to guide them to the need piece.
Yeah. It like here, for example, green room.
Yeah.
You asked my opinion on the color. I gave it.
Yes.
That's a color.
Yeah.
A dress you want to wear.
Yes.
I'll give you my opinion on that.
Yes.
You know, but if it's like I said, unless I think that there is a clear concern, I try to be fairly neutral. I'm more like a counselor in that state where I'm like, let's probe. Let's help you decide what is right for you.
I don't know how to do that, maybe. I mean, I think, and my friends would probably agree with this, like I'll evaluate a situation and try to understand it, much like you're talking about from a counselor, perspective. But if there are some things, like you're gonna know my stance on them. I
don't think one's right or wrong.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I don't think so either. I think it's interesting because I don't know if I realized that with you.
I think that my friends that listen to this podcast would be like, yep, that's right.
Yeah. Well, just so you know, if I ask your opinion, just give it straight to me, no matter what it is.
Okay.
Like,
I feel responsible too, though. That what if, like, hypothetically, I don't know. Hypothetically, I'm trying to think of something. You were like, I'm going to leave narrating. I don't want to be a narrator anymore.
Yeah.
I think I want to be a unicyclist. I'm not sure about unicycling. I really don't know if it's lucrative. I'm not really sure that there is like an industry around it. And then you decided to stay in narrating, but then like unicycling blew up. I feel so responsible.
Oh, yeah. So you're taking on the burden
of
the person's decision making.
I am. I mean, if we want to get woo-woo, I'm like a total empath. Like I get very affected by the way things impact others. Yeah.
I understand that.
Yes. I'm getting better about some separation. I'm working on this.
But I think this is why it's good to have a diverse set of friends too,
That's true.
Right? Like, so I think my friends know if they want some cold hard truth, they're coming to me.
Yeah.
And maybe like our friend group would even say like, okay, if I want it down and dirty, ask Amber. If I want a more softer, guided opinion, I'm going to go to Jen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
That is good.
We're putting together the puzzle of the network of humans that other humans need.
Yeah, diversify, man.
Diversify. But I would like for you to tell something I think we both have in common, though, is that we are still kind. And I would like you to tell the listeners about some lessons in kindness.
Oh, it's so interesting. Absolutely. I just got back from Portland, so I had to fly out there, fly back. On the way out there, I'm sitting, and this woman is sitting next to me. It's a 2 and 2. Woman is sitting next to me, and her daughter is sitting in front of her in the bulkhead roll. So there's no seats in front of her. And the mom had a fairly large cat, and just adorable. And these planes, there was a different type of plane I wasn't used to, but the under the seat storage was very tight, and this cat was not sliding in. So I just tried to help her. I was like, we're going to figure this out. Like, you can put the cat in front of me, and I'll just put my bag in front of you, because I had a little bit more space. Still didn't quite work out, but I'm like, so we've got it working. And the daughter leaned in between the seats, and she said, "Excuse me, ma'am." I was like, "Ma'am."
You've been ma'am. Dun, dun, dun.
Would you, and the daughter was, she was in her 20s probably. Would you like this extra legroom up here? And I can go back and manage this with my mom because it's my cat. I said, "Oh, yeah, that's fine." I mean, I hate sitting in that row because I have no place to put all this shit. And I think I like the seat pocket to put all my junk in.
I 100%
I have
understand this.
I have a very good traveler, so I have like a small little carry that I take out of my backpack that has my chapstick, my lotion.
Amazing.
Like ibuprofen, Tylenol, all the stuff that I would need, like clean wipes and stuff. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I go up there and I switch her seats. And I think nothing of it. But the mom looks at me and she goes, "That was amazing. I can't believe you didn't even put up a fuss about this." I was like, "Oh, it's no big deal." So then on the way home, again, flying, sitting next to a woman who doesn't talk to me the whole time, which is absolutely wonderful.
Delightful.
It's one of my favorite things on a plane. Let me do my own thing. I get up to go to the bathroom and she says, "Hey, I'm going to go after you." So she knew not to sit down. And I said, "Oh, okay." I get up and she is just sitting there. I said, "Hey, why don't you just go ahead and go first? That way you don't have to readjust." And she looks at me, and I have a mask on because I fly with a mask on. She looks at me and she goes, "No." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, it's totally fine." And so she goes to the bathroom, and I'm just waiting for her. And then I go to the bathroom, and I sit back down, and she goes, "Have you always been this kind?" And I go, "I don't know. I mean, I don't think that was such a big deal." She goes, "It was." She goes, "I can't believe you even thought about that." I said, "Well, I just thought it would be easier for you, and then you can get adjusted while I'm not in my seat, and you don't have to feel rushed." And she goes, "But it was so considerate. And we just don't see that stuff anymore." And I go, well, I'm happy to have, made your flight a little bit better. And I'm not always the kindest person, but there are certain things that just don't really matter. You know what I mean?
I do think, though, that we live in a society where not everyone thinks outside of themselves as much. So I think the considerate part, even more so than kindness, it's just like, so I am maybe in the top 2% of defensive drivers in like around the world because my father raised me to be like uber aware of my surroundings.
Yeah.
And because of that, I'm also like, I'm constantly on alert. Like, what could be optimized? What is that person doing? What am I going to do next? Like, I'm constantly aware of those things. But I think a lot of people aren't like that. So I bet it's not very common that people would like, because honestly, if you're just going about your business, it's still perfectly fine for you to have gone to the restroom.
Yeah.
Wait, and then let her, so that's still like totally fine.
Definitely.
But to put in the extra thought, Amber, pat yourself on the back.
Well, thanks you. I guess I'll take the silver lining this weekend.
Yeah, silver lining, Amber.
But it was nice. Then we ended up having a great conversation for the last 20, 30 minutes of the flight. She was a physical occupational speech therapist. She wasn't all those things, but she owned a company that did that. And so we were talking obviously about my mom and all kinds of good stuff. And then we started talking about Shapiro. And anyway, so it was
on and on.
It was on and on, and it was a great conversation. But I think I guess my little thing for everybody is, hey, you never know what little tiny act might just bring a little joy to someone around you. Just a little thing. Maybe you have an extra pack of crackers and you want to pass it to the lady next door that doesn't have all the crackers. Oh, by the way, I was watching, and we're following her on Instagram now, and I follow her on all my other accounts. She's audiobook producer. She's the CEO of the company, but she also does podcast production.
Okay.
And she did a Facebook video where she took Chobani. Is that how you say that yogurt?
Yeah, Chobani.
Chobani yogurt. And crumpled Biscoff. Biscoff cookies in it.
This is a trend right now.
And it's supposed to taste like cheesecake.
Yeah, you smash the cookies down into the well of the yogurt cup.
Yeah, and let it sit.
And then you leave it overnight in the fridge. And it's supposed to soften the cookies and turn into like a whole cheesecakey thing. I haven't tried this
yet.
We
gotta do it.
Well, I'm still gluten.
Speaking
of restrictions.
Yes.
Right now I'm still gluten-free, which I do feel has been, my freaking shoulder is killing me right now. But
it's been helping.
It's going to help. It's going to help. Overall, I feel better except for my stupid shoulder. And I will say I've remained dry since the weekend of the New Year's weekend. Then I was dry.
Good.
Driving dry. Which is the only way to go.
That is a very good way to go.
Lessons from the pod. Do not drive drunk. Drive dry. That could be a campaign.
It could be. You never know.
So it's going well for me. How damp were you? How have you been?
I just drank on the plane.
Yeah.
So I had a cocktail on the way out, cocktail on the way back. It usually just relaxes me. And then I had like a glass and a half of wine with my friend Ian.
What's up, Ian?
I'll typically always just take a quick. He lives so close to.
That's nice.
Yeah. What up, Ian? And he's always got a great bottle of wine. So I hang out with him and his mamacita and chat with him for a while. Yeah.
All right. We're both on track.
Yeah. And I'll be dry for the rest of the month, without a doubt. That was always going to be my only diversion.
Yeah. Some of the next guests that we have incorporate cocktails with their actually.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna do a quick teaser.
Yes.
I don't think it's the next episode. No. It might be 2 episodes from now.
We're gonna
have guests.
It's gonna be our like Valentine's episode.
Yeah. But I think we're recording that early in February.
Yeah.
Which they're going to bring us a cocktail, I think.
Ooh.
Because cocktails are part of their thing. So it's going to be, we're going to have 2 guests. So just a little teaser.
Yeah.
And so maybe, for that one, we'll let you know in advance
we're going to try to do
yourself a glass.
Guests every other week, right?
2 times a month we're going to try.
Yeah.
I got a backstop. Like we got to start scheduling more.
I agree. I actually, yes.
Dr. Emily, by the way, for Lainey, if you're listening, Dr. Emily said she will come to the pod, but we have to schedule it.
Okay, we'll get her. We'll get her.
Got her tuned in.
I have a really exciting one too. I can't wait to share with you, and they've already agreed to be on.
This is so exciting.
I know, it's so much fun.
All right, I don't have a silver lining, but I have like a funny anecdote that we could get into as we part ways for the episode.
I love that you can't even start the story and you're already laughing.
Oh my God.
So it's going to be good because she's like mentally preparing herself to be able to tell the story without losing her shit.
I wish that he was here to tell it. Actually, what I'm going to tell are actually like Jason's stories. But
okay.
he was like, you should talk about this on the pod. I was like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. So I will say, mom and dad earmuffs.
Oh, boy. All mom and
or-
dads? Even my mom and dad, too? Oh, boy.
So let's see here. It's not a trigger warning. I'm going to talk about, there will be a sexual nature
Not
to what
safe for
I'm
work.
discussing. It's not hyper personal though. So it's not
Okay.
really like about me per se.
Okay. So if you're not comfortable,
If you're not comfortable listening to a slightly sexual story,
we'll see you next
then
week.
bye, neighbor. Okay, for the rest of y'all that are listening and like, come on, get into it. So I can't even.
You look
start
at
it.
you, guys.
I'm like dying.
She's losing it.
So Jason watches a lot of videos on YouTube.
He does.
He likes to watch YouTube. He's like, what kind of videos do you watch on YouTube? I'm like, I don't even watch videos on.
Yeah.
I'll listen to binaural beats and meditation at night before I go to bed. And sometimes also I'll listen to focus music. But I'm not like watching videos on YouTube.
Same.
Jason watches a ton of videos on YouTube. And I would like to point out that he has been unfairly profiled for the advertisements that he is receiving. And he made me watch one the other day. And I would like to put out there that I beyond satisfied in my marriage, and none of said advertisements need to be placed upon my husband, who is a wonderful partner. Well, that's the G-rated version of what I can say.
Yes.
So Jason is getting these advertisements that are two women who look like they're in like their 30s. Let's see here. I don't feel like I want to say the word that is critical to the story. All right, we're back. Amber and I had to sideline to try to figure out how to say this without
I had to get into my romance genre.
I don't want to have to change the whatever rating we have on the podcast. For this.
Our rating is not PG, so you're good.
Okay. So these two women who look like they're probably in their late 20s, early 30s are having a vigorous conversation about their lack of pleasure because their male partners seed very quickly.
Oh.
And it goes it goes
second.
on and on and on about how displeased they are. And then the other woman is like, but you know what? I got my man to start taking this stuff. And Jason sees this ad all the time. And he's like, I was like, I don't know what to tell you, Jason. Obviously, something is happening in...
Yeah, where's the algorithm?
I don't know where the algorithm is
coming from
right
somewhere.
Now, but...
What kind of videos is he watching on YouTube?
They're not those kind of videos, because who would watch those kinds of videos on YouTube?
I don't think they have them. I don't think that is the content...
That doesn't seem like the proper content for that
the
channel.
platform.
The face that Amber is making right now
I don't think that's the
just like,
platform.
What? So God love him. He has to like watch this ad because you can't skip.
Yeah. He has to get
through it.
He needs to pay for ad free.
Oh my God.
Come on, Jason.
It was killing me. He had me watching it over breakfast the other day.
Now I want to watch it, but I don't want it to come up on my feed.
Okay. I'll record it with my phone.
No, don't even do that
up.
because then it's going to start showing up on your stuff. And then if you send it to me, it's going to be read and it's going to be on my stuff. I'll watch it on your phone.
I was just I was dying though. I mean, the conversation that these two women are having, the one is just like, it's so bad.
And we maybe should have said release.
The release is very premature. She's so unhappy. But don't worry. Her friend's got the answer. She's going to get her man on some supplements or drugs, whatever they are.
This is good.
And now it's all better.
And I'm
great.
glad that we're able to have these conversations, but maybe we need to target the right person.
But he also gets an advertisement, which is, I haven't watched it, but he told me about. Where's my sticky note? I tried to write down the... This one is not sexual in nature. So if you muted, but you want to come back, feel free. He's also getting an advertisement where people, I think, are talking about how their dads are 56 years old.
Oh, God.
And it's for Tai Chi for men, specifically over the age of 40.
Oh.
Tai Chi for men over 40.
No.
And he said that in the advertisement, it's like multiple women being like, yeah, my dad's 56. And like, he just can't crush it at the gym like he used to.
Look, I'm gonna say this right now. I'm over that. Like, we need to stop. We need to like really bump up these ages because, for real, I feel like
56 is not that old.
It's not that old, and also I feel like 50 is the new 30. 60's the new 40.
Except when you have orthopedic shit, I should probably be doing the men's Tai Chi. Anybody want to call me up if you're 56 and doing men's Tai Chi? I'm here for it.
Yeah, I just like.
But no, otherwise you're right. For most humans that don't have fragile bird bones like me, I think they're
the hollow bones of Jen.
Today I asked Jason, if you had to describe me to a stranger, like someone that you just met for the first time, what would you say? And he did say fragile, like breaks easily. That was part of the description. But you're right. 56.
So 56 is not old.
It's not old.
No, it's not. I mean, people have to work till they're like 79 now. So, I mean,
geez Louise.
Like maybe
ain't that a bitch?
That's not even middle age anymore.
Oh, God. Yeah. So, if you're looking over your loved one or your lover's YouTube, and you see an ad, don't jump to conclusions. That's the lesson here. The silver lining is it might not properly be targeted. I swear one time I was like showing something at work and some bizarre ad came up and I was like, I didn't search for anything like that. Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I don't know how that works, honestly.
I mean, so I find it funny because sometimes it's so accurate. Like we were talking about shower stuff the other day, and all of a sudden he's got all this shower shit coming up, like advertisements, like static advertisements,
because
not in YouTube.
There are settings on your phone that you can have your microphone not listen to certain things.
I got to do that.
And it's improved my situation, at least with my phone.
I need to fix that.
Next week, we are bringing one of our neighbors on. You've heard she was our silver lining.
That's right.
Last week, maybe, or the week before, Miss Natalie.
We're
very excited to have Natalie on.
I know. Well, we'll post pictures of Charlie as well. He won't be here, but great neighbor, great pup.
Yes.
All right. Next time. See you next time, neighbors.
Bye neighbors.